Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. This week's episode is sponsored by Patreon member Sparky Spalding. This week we got Alex, Erich, Evan, Corey, Tim, Jaimen, and Randy. And I spoke with Justin Michelli for a few minutes, so you may hear him as well. There was no team challenge this week, at least as far as I know, unless I missed something. Did I miss anything?
Not for us. I thought Tim said he saw there was a match playing yesterday, but nobody here.
That was Pip North, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought they were insane.
They are.
Yesterday or Saturday?
Sunday.
There were some matches Saturday and Sunday, which both days were pretty insane because Saturday was freezing.
That's crazy. Well, so no team challenge, at least from our perspective. And next week we may or may not be having a special guest on. I don't usually like to promote future guests because you never know. You know, if they can't make it for some reason, I could just say the special guest was one of you guys. But because we have no team challenge and our potential guest is next week, seems like the perfect time to go over our goals for 2026 and to name a player of the year in the FPO and the MPO divisions for 2025. Before we get to our player of the year in the FPO division, I spoke with Justin Michelli a few weeks ago, and he came up with 4 ways to determine player of the year. For player of the year, how many spreadsheets did you do?
I have one big spreadsheet that has everything in it. It basically has each person and the place they got at the tournament. And then I have a couple other parts of the spreadsheet that use that table.
Okay, like the main data set is here, and then you can break that down into however you want to, essentially.
Exactly.
Okay, well, how many different, I guess...
Methods?
Yeah, methods. That's a better word.
I think I told you about 4, but it's actually 2. So the first one is just taking whatever place you got, or I guess it's even more simple than that. It's just how many people did you beat? So the first metric is like, okay, if Jaimen wins the Kisco Classic and there's 11 people there, he beat 10 people, so he would get 10s. Or if, for example, Lucas Oberholzer Hess won Minekill this year and there were 36 people there, so he beat 35 people, so he would get 35 points for that. I don't like this method at all for a couple reasons, but the main one is that if you played well at the tournaments that had a lot of people, so specifically Bro, Warwick, and Fools Fest, if you just played well at all 3 of those, you will essentially win. And that's what we saw. So I think in the thing I sent you, I think like Jesse Longenecker was one of the top players, but he only played like 3 events on the tour. So I feel like if you're trying to get the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast Player of the Year, you know, you would want someone who actually plays all the events.
Not that it's not a good thing that if you beat 50, 60, 70 people, but if every other event combined only has 50 or 60 or 70 people, then
exactly.
Unless somebody just swept everything else. But it is a good way to at least determine. One of the things Corey talked about was having, you know, a group of people.
Right. Having options.
Yeah, and then maybe vote on it. So that would be a good metric for that.
Yeah. I think it'll give you a sense of who played well overall.
Yeah.
Kisco, essentially, with that metric, doesn't matter at all. Nor does Stony Hill or the Cedar Beach Classic or the Long Island Open. None of these tournaments matter. It's just whoever played well at the other. So I didn't like that method. So I did a different one, but it's hard to kind of grasp what the points mean. So essentially what I did for each tournament, you know, I have them as A, B, and C tiers. And so you figure, okay, well, the A tiers probably matter more. So we'll assign that 3 points. The B tiers will be 2, and the C tiers will be 1. You know, you just think, okay, the A tiers are more important than the C tiers. And then how you award points is you say, if you win, you get the total amount. So if you won the Jammer, you would get 2 points because it's a B tier. If you win Bro, that's an A tier, so you get 3 points. But then if you're somewhere in between, then you'll get whatever fraction of the points are whatever fraction of the people you beat. So if you come exactly middle in the Jammer, because a B tier is 2 points, you would get 1 point. If you came like in the top quarter at Kisco, which is a C tier, then you should get 0.75. Mm-hmm. So you're essentially awarding placement as opposed to like total amount of people beat. And using that metric, I think you actually get a pretty representative sample, and it both rewards attendance and placement. So the people who played the A tiers, you know, Minekill, Bro, Warwick, they're going to get a lot of points, but they're only going to get a maximum of 9. And if they wanted to, get all the other points, they would have to play all the other tournaments.
Mhm.
So I kind of like that method, but if I take, like, for example, I'm looking at someone on my spreadsheet, Brad Schott, he got 10.52 points. You can't look at that number and say, oh, well, how did Brad play and what tournaments did he play? And so it's kind of hard to gauge based off the number what exactly someone did to get that number. So, okay, whatever. That's number 2. The third one I included was your method. So the Pat Keenan model of look at the podium, and if you win, you get 3 points. If you get second, you get 2 points. If you come in third, you get 1 point. And then ties, like if you're tied for second, that's still 2.
Yeah.
I did that one. That one had actually a very interesting winner, I will say. But then what I did is I extrapolated that. So instead of the top 3, I made it so that you could pick the top whatever. So personally, I think the best number is like top 7. I think that's the most fair. But because we all like nice round numbers, you could probably do top 5. And that's the answer doesn't change. If you look at the data taking the top 5 versus the top, I think, like 90, which is obviously a crazy number. Like you would never do that. But the winner does not change.
Okay.
So I think those 4 methods are pretty good. I think my favorite is this like weird value heuristic where A is 3, B is 2, and C is 1. That's my favorite. But I think the most pure one is probably the top 5 or top 10.
So with that information, does anybody have a guess as to who our 2025 Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast FPO Player of the Year would be?
Well, it can't be Caitlin.
Why not?
Oh,
Yeah, rude.
That was bait.
Oh.
No, it's Kate Clay.
Wrong answer.
Since there does seem to be a consensus, I'll play the clip.
So I can give you the answers.
Well, before we get to MPO, you did all 4 of those in the FPO division.
Yes.
And who was the
Yes.
winner there?
So that one, it's a little bit anticlimactic, but across the board.
That's why I wanted to start with that one.
Yeah, across the board, all 4 categories, Kate Clay was the clear winner. She won so many tournaments. She won Kisco. She won Bro, which is crazy, by the way. That was a really good performance by her. She won Bat and Kill. She won Stony Kill and the Wilcox Wow, and then got second at like a couple other events. She got second at Warwick and second at the Jammer and second at Fools Fest. So she had a great year for this set of tournaments.
Yeah. Looking at the 4, I got Caitlin, Megan, Eden, then Caitlin, Rose Shurtek, and then Megan, and then Caitlin, Megan, Eden,
Right.
Caitlin, Megan, Eden. So
Yeah, so it, like Kate obviously is the winner, but huge props to Megan, of course, for coming to all events and doing well at all of them too. And then Eden, I think she didn't play as many events, but she won a good amount of them. She won Mine Kill and Warwick, which are both 2 very prestigious tournaments. So Eden also did very well.
Absolutely. So Caitlin Clay is your 2025 Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast FPO Player of the Year. I think we had 12 events. She had 5 wins and 3 second place finishes. So,
Dang.
yeah.
What a season.
She is the Tiger Woods of FPO disc golf in the Hudson Valley region. At least Tiger at his peak, not Tiger now.
I was going to make some like baseball joke, but I forgot that was Michael Jordan. Right? Tiger Woods never played baseball, right? It's like a little side quest.
I'm sure he played in his life, but not professionally, no.
He's been a one sport athlete.
Honestly, I don't know if he ever did play baseball. I don't know if his dad would have let him.
Right? That's your FPO Player of the Year. We'll do the MPO in a bit because we want to build to suspense. And it might not be as cut and dry. I mean, I know who I think should win it, but we'll figure that out later. So we're almost to the end of February, and we have yet to do our 2026 goals. At least Erich and I have, but nobody else had.
January. Sorry to correct you, Pat.
What did I say, February?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're almost to the end of January. We're almost to February. So we're going to start with Alex. For this, I have clips. I think it's important to refresh your memories as far as what you said last year, because that'll might inform what you'll be saying this year. All right. These were your goals for 2025. I've got 3 clips here, Alex, so we'll take them one at a time.
Macro scale, I liked playing bigger tournaments, so I liked going out to things like Brewster Ridge and all that, so I'll probably do more of that. And on a more local scale, I guess, really, really got to get some T-pads in at OKDGC or, get more progress on that because I've been slacking, I think.
And get to
Iser Creek.
I mean, if it works out, the April one is like overlapping something else I want to do, and the other tournament is something else. So yeah, but if it works out, then it works out. But there's a certain level of maintaining the joke that it makes me somewhat averse to just going out there and playing it.
That's fair. All right, so Alex, did you play bigger tournaments?
Yeah, I definitely played bigger tournaments. A lot of the same bigger tournaments, but they were well-run tournaments that I think were worth playing. So yeah, Syracuse, Brewster Ridge, Mind Kill's always on the list. So yeah, I did end up playing a good chunk of those.
Did you play Heiser Creek?
I did play Heiser Creek. I played it a whole 2 times. I guess technically 3 because one of them was a 2-round tournament, but that's about it. and yeah, it's a pretty interesting course.
Did you ace it on your first time there?
I did ace the first time.
I mean, that's
kind of
neat.
That is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, that hole I now have a 1 out of 3 on my total aces on that hole. So it's a little bit less impressive instead of the 100% that I was after the monthly. But yeah, I don't know where I'd rate it like out of 10, but it'd be a really cool course if I had it local. As is with the approximately an hour and 15 to get there. It's a little bit outside of my range for normal travel, but it's on the list of things where it's like, if there's a tournament going on, then it's a high consideration to play it again.
All right. Here's another clip. This is about events played. Do you think you can break the 17?
Can I break the 17? I don't think I will. But then again, I put together my event spreadsheet for this year, and a lot of the events that I was like, oh, I don't want to play that one again because of XYZ, changed the things that I didn't like about them. So I feel like I'm going to drop down a few. I don't know. It's tough to tell. I think I'm going to drop down. I think I'm still looking at that 15 number, but it's going to be close for sure.
So do you know how many you ended up the season with?
Mid-20s, maybe high 20s even.
I got 25.
25 sounds about right.
Yeah, and you were shooting for 15.
Yeah. I mean, these predictions were made before we found out that AmWorlds was at Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And so that immediately increased the number of tournaments that I was playing by quite a chunk.
That's fair. And finally, we've got OKDGC.
So we still have long tees for the front 9. We recently put in short tees as well. We are on UDisc. We did end up going with Jason's suggestion there where we have it on private. So if you search for Old Kinderhook, it'll pop up, but it's not going to show up just in your general courses tab. Still no T-pads, which is probably the next big project. Either that or working on the back 9 and getting the baskets in there. But the front 9 is pretty reasonably playable, relatively good signage. Yeah, feeling pretty good about the front 9 other than the T-pads.
So where we at a year later?
Unfortunately, in a pretty similar spot. The back 9 is definitely significantly much more developed than it was, and we're getting there. We're certainly looking towards getting that one playable pretty soon. But my priorities changed a little bit. Instead of going for T-pads as the next project, it was getting the back 9, installed. And still in progress there. We're getting there. It's just, when you're working off volunteer labor, there's only so much of it to go around. So we're still in progress. But yeah, working towards that back 9.
All right. So what about 2026? Starting with disc golf wise, what are your goals?
Step 1 is get registered for Worlds. I'm not 100% sure how that works. If I remember correctly, I think you'll get an email saying when registration will be open, and then it'll be a matter of being one of the first ones to register. So that's going to be a big one. We're going to continue to play the same sort of big tournaments that we had been playing. Those are always super fun, even as just vacation, trips, going up to Vermont, going out to Syracuse and all that. It's a nice couple of trips. We probably will drop down in the number of events this year. I think the biggest play goal is not embarrass myself at AmWorlds.
And when is that again?
That will be mid-August. I want to say it's the 11th through the 15th.
So as far as a number prediction, you'd probably be closer this year to that 15 than the 25 would be my guess.
If I had to guess. That sounds right.
Okay. What about the year goal for OKGGC?
Hopefully we'll get the back 9 in. I feel like I've been saying this for a couple of years at this point. I think probably what we'll end up doing is we'll start setting up almost like a deadbeat doubles type of situation, either on Saturdays or Sundays, where we have plenty of time. We can get out there, do some work, and then do some sort of league round. I've been playing around with the idea of having it be a Cali league because, it's meant to be a difficult course. And I think some people are a little bit intimidated by that, but having that extra stroke, extra 2 strokes on the par 4s and stuff like that, hopefully we'll get some more people out there. And if we can get some more hands out there, then it's always going to make things easier.
Is it still private on UDisc?
Yes, I haven't changed anything on UDisc, so it's still private there.
All right. Still going to run the scramble?
Still going to run the scramble. I actually just found out at the expo that my main contact at MVP has moved on, so I'll need to re-go through that process just to make sure everything's good there. But stick with MVP for that and get that running. And if anybody has an in with MVP and wants to get my foot in the door as far as sponsorship goes, that'd be pretty sweet too.
I know this guy who really likes MVP. His name is Alex. I don't know if that will help.
Maybe.
He was the one who told me that their rims are going to be white now instead of black.
They just sent out an email saying, these are the first round of discs that are looking with the new stamp and new rims. So those are going to be pretty cool.
Any thoughts on making the scramble a B tier?
As much as I like the idea, I realized, really the main thing that it seems like in my head that steps up from a C tier to a B tier is going to be prize support. And as much as I like the idea of having more pros and bigger name pros play the event, I also like having the locals be able to get in and not have everybody rushing for it. So, having the extra hassle of the added cash and everything there, if it works out that it ends up a B tier, great. If not, I'll just try and, keep all the standards up to, the highest that I can make it. And if you want to call it a B tier, great. If you want to call it a C tier, also great. I'm just going to put on the best tournament I can.
Absolutely. I dig it. Any other goals?
I think that's it.
All right. Let's see. Any volunteers? No, let's see.
Spin the wheel of names, or is that still too soon?
No, go for it.
Not too soon.
No, I don't have a wheel of names.
And we'd have to type them all in. And it wouldn't.
I can go if you're ready, Pat. I've had time to think.
Absolutely. Here's Randy, your 2025 goals. Randy, we didn't get your 2024 goals, but do you feel as though you've met them?
My rating wobbled around and made no improvement. It probably went down 2 or some small-ish number. I feel like I did a lot of stuff this year that wouldn't have been a goal, which was unexpected, I guess. I didn't have a lot of expectations with running Helderberg, but now I feel like my goal for 2025 is to run another fun tournament because it was really enjoyable planning that. It was cool seeing everybody that day. I think there's just a different vibe at an unrated kind of no expectations tournament. There's a lot of banter between T-pads and stuff. It's just a totally different scenario than a rated PDGA tournament.
You went from 948 to 946. So is 950 a goal for this year?
I'm going to say I do not have a rating goal for this coming year at all. It's I didn't prep for tournaments last year. I would just tell myself oh, it's a course I played before. It'll be fine. So I played a lot of boring golf last year, a lot of rated rounds that were within a stroke of my rating. I didn't have a lot of highs or lows. So I don't really want to set expectations. I feel like my goal is to play less rated tournaments and rounds in this coming year and kind of focus on the more auxiliary stuff, focus on having fun. I found more often than not, I would, you spend the whole day at a C tier and you walk away. I was just I don't know how much fun I really had and had to pay a babysitter or whatever the scenario is. So I want to say focusing on having fun, which is not a tangible goal at all, but I'll work on it. But you know what? If I get to 950 or over, I will be very happy, which I have been over 950 in the past. It's just haven't been able to make it work the past couple of years. So yeah, let's say that. But I really think I'm going to focus on a handful of tournaments next year and actually prep for those tournaments. And I'm going to set a goal to not go outside of my comfort zone and play courses I don't know well, unless it's, a funsy tournament. I'll definitely do that. But I'll probably just stick to, Blatnick, J Park, Stony Hill, courses I've played a ton. And the prep is a little less demanding with, if I have to get a babysitter to prep for a tournament, I just don't see it happening.
That's cool. All right. So first question, did you get to 950?
I did. I think I peaked at 956 and settled at 954. And that was almost all in the second half of the summer was where I made those improvements.
Did you have fun?
At first, I kind of wasn't. In like the spring, I think I had a good Blatnick. And then for like 3 months, I basically played below my rating just by a little bit, like not by much. It was just kind of flat, was losing a little bit of hope. And luckily I turned it around. It turns out playing well does usually equal fun. So I just got to do that more. Yeah. Right.
Do you think that playing casually affected your tournament? Just that attitude of clutch moments. It's hard to play casually, but also competitively.
I think I approached some of the bigger tournaments more casually, and it actually worked because I just didn't have like nerves about it. That probably helped. I also just kind of found my putting stroke for the second half of the year, and that really just helps you relax about everything else if you can rely on making 20 footers. So I just got to keep that going. Just got to keep putting, I guess.
Did you run a fun event?
No. So I completely failed at that goal. Last year, we wanted to run something different. Me and Adam brainstormed for like too long and kept floundering on what we wanted to do. And all of a sudden it's too late to like order discs, and it just doesn't work out if you don't plan ahead of time. So we said, F that. We're just doing Helderberg again. We've already got a lot of the balls rolling for Helderberg. We've already made contact with the park. There's a Helderberg brewery that's like 5 minutes from the course. And we met with the owner of that to see if we can get them involved. I don't want to promise anything at this point, but we've at least got everything in motion. And the date for that is planned for July 11th. So we have a way more time than like a spring tournament. So that feels way more real. Excited to run that again. And I feel like we shouldn't have tried to fix something that wasn't broken. I think that first Helderberg went well. We're going to change it just slightly to make it a little bit bigger event, hopefully maybe attract some more people. And looking forward to running that.
What's a Helderberg brewery?
It's just down the street. It's all on the Helderberg escarpment.
Oh, it's just named, I guess.
Yeah, it's just the geographic feature there. Yeah.
Again, you said it's not till July, and who knows, anything's up in the air. What are your thoughts on the premium plastic discussion we had the other day?
I definitely want to go with premium plastic. At this point, we're waiting for details from Castaplast. I mean, we're at their mercy. So I would love to get premium. I will, settle on base plastic if we have to. But I don't know. I like my glow one. I don't think we're going to get glow for the event, but I do like throwing the harder plastics.
All right. What other goals for 2026?
Yeah, I'm not going to set a rating goal. I feel like right now I'm at least going to stay above 950. So hopefully in a year, I'm not talking about how I dwindled back down. But
staying at 950 is a ratings goal.
Yeah. I guess I just kind of staying up there. I feel like I got a lot left in me to go up. Actually, like Adam Nelson found a website that does like a full data pull from your entire PGA page and gives you a ton of percentages and all this info. And like my last like 5 to 10 events, I was averaging way higher, like 970. So I kind of just need to do that and not change anything else. Yeah. So I don't know, looking at the numbers a little bit more recently made me feel better about that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a number for tournaments. Probably going to stick to the usuals, maybe do New York States because that tends to go well for me, even though I don't usually know the courses, but it just works out. I don't know why.
Where's that this year?
I think it's Long Island.
Oh, Long Island.
Yep, Long Island.
So yeah, never been down there before, but maybe it'll make it happen.
Get your permethrin.
Oh, God.
All right. Anything else?
I don't have a quantifiable number, but I think I want to make more videos. 2 years ago, I was probably doing an Instagram reel every 2 weeks, and then it became like less than one a month last year. So I want to step that up again.
Nice. All right. Nobody got that wheel going yet? Jaimen, give me a second here.
All right.
I'll let you contemplate life's mysteries. All right. So Jaimen, I got you cut into two. One is goals, one is course stuff. So your 2025 goal.
For next year, my goal is to spend a lot more time on enjoying the sport of disc golf rather than doing as much as I have been doing. I love building courses and I love doing a lot of things, but it's a pretty, at the end of the day, tiring thing to do on the level that I've been doing it on. So my goal for this year is to get back into the swing of playing a lot of tournaments and actually practicing. And I don't think I've played a round of disc golf in like 2 years that was just like purely just to go play and have fun. So I need to do that. I need to be doing that a lot more. That's my goal, is just to play more disc golf, practice when I can, and do more for myself.
How many tournaments did you run or help run this year?
That's a great question. I think I only ran like 5 tournaments, maybe.
Only.
That's like one every other month, but that's cool.
Including one of the biggest tournaments in the state.
Yeah, this year with states and everything, I just ended up focusing so heavily on just running the event that I had zero almost months with actually playing disc golf. But
Well, I didn't ask numbers last year because you were coming off injury and I edited it out, but you had mentioned backhand you're at like 99%, but forehand you still weren't comfortable. So I didn't feel right asking you for a number of tournaments. Do you have a number this year?
oh, this year I want to play like 25 plus. I'm really hitting playing a lot more this year. It's one of my big focuses. There's a couple things that I'm still working on, but in general, that's all stuff that I'm not going to be building myself.
So, Jaimen, did you enjoy disc golf this year?
More, definitely. That's one of my goals for this coming year is just to go out and play more leagues. I took a step back from everything that I had done just kind of in general and spent more time playing than I have in the past.
How many tournaments did you run or help run this past year?
I think only like 2 or 3.
Cutting down. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to be running a few more this year, but in general, I don't get as much enjoyment out of running a tournament as some other people do. It doesn't recharge my battery. I think for some people, running a tournament gets them going. For me, it just drags me down. Not in a bad way. That sounded bad, but...
I get you, though. You're not actually playing a lot of the times. Did you get to play any fun rounds of disc golf where it was just going out and playing around?
Oh, yeah. I can probably count them on 2 hands still, but I definitely got out more and just played, which was nice. That's kind of one of my goals is every month to play all the courses that I'm taking care of just one time through. Otherwise, I kind of lose track of where everything is because there's so much stuff to keep up with. But if I'm playing through every one, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it keeps it fresh in your mind. And you can see if other people are doing stuff as well.
Yeah.
So your goal was to play over 25 events. Do you know how many you played in 2025?
I just pulled up the PDJ, so I did not get that. I got 18, but looking at that, out of those 18, 8 of them were A tiers, 7 of them were B tiers, and 3 of them were C tiers. So it's like, those are all big tournaments. All those A tiers are 2 or 3 days. So very few one-day tournaments in really any of that stuff. So yeah, I feel like I got accomplished what I wanted to. I still always want to play more tournaments, but it just gets harder every year.
Absolutely. Did you have any 0 days?
Oh, yeah.
I just like asking that question. 0 days.
It's definitely a concept that I still hang on to, but it's impossible where I am in my life to always do something disc golf related every day.
All right. Well, like I said, there's a coursework section 2 that we can go through. All right. So how did your coursework pan out?
Good. My timeline of getting it done in the spring was pretty unrealistic. It took a lot longer to get all the tee pads in. One thing I didn't even mention there, which is probably why I thought I could get Moreau done in the spring, is that I was going to do the red tees at CTK as well. So, I did the math the other day. I put in 45 tee pads this year. I put in 16 at CTK, 11 at Moreau, and 18 at Jenkinsville. So I checked a billion things off my to-do list, and I've only added like 10 more onto it. So, yeah. The thing that I wasn't mentioning, I'm actually still kind of not mentioning, which is another course project that has been like kind of in the works for a couple of years, but is now really finally moving. I was actually there a couple of days ago getting things where they need to be. So that one's exciting. Once I have more solid information on that, I'll share it, but I don't want to talk about it too much. My entire summer was spent doing coursework, so I really got an awful lot done. I'm very happy and proud that I was able to get all that done. I just really want to get out and like play this year. I feel like I'm long overdue for spending a little bit more time on myself in disc golf and just, remembering why I'm doing it in the first place.
So did you get 45 tee pads in this year?
Hell no, I did not. I've definitely still have some projects that I need to get finished or pushed to a point where they're rolling downhill. But I was trying to think, I don't think I did a single tee pad last year, and I'm pretty happy about that. Next year, there are going to be some more tee pads and stuff. I want to start redoing some of the CTK ones and just a couple other things here and there, but nope, no tee pads.
What about this secret course that's you mentioned the past 2 years? Anything on that, or are we still keeping it on the hush-hush?
It's still moving. No news.
Okay, no, that's cool. I just like the fact that next year I will be able to ask you about this course mentioned the last 3 years. So
No, you won't, because it will be done. That's
but you'll at least be able to, I could ask about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that last summer was kind of a little bit of a hangover for me from the year before. Like I really did too much in 2024. So I was kind of moving slower on everything than I should have. But it is moving. It's just anytime you're doing something with course design, you really want to make sure you get it right. So it's something that I spend probably way too much time thinking about, when at some point you just got to do it.
Absolutely. So what about for next year? What are some of the goals?
I want to get out and play some of the leagues that I haven't played in a long time, if ever. Drive south a little bit more often for leagues. That's one of the big things, just kind of get out and play with people. I feel like before COVID, I knew everybody, and at this point, I don't know anybody anymore. So that's kind of a bummer. Just get out there and be a part of the community a lot more. Yeah, that's really it.
What about a tournament number? We mentioned before you hit 18 and your goal was 25. Is the goal still 25, or what are we thinking?
I think somewhere between 20 and 25 is pretty realistic. I don't think I have as much going on this year that'll keep me from tournaments on weekends. Spring is always tough with school and everything, but once summer hits, I have nothing going on, so I have a lot of time for tournaments. I don't think I'm going to play quite as many A tiers this year, which might add to the tournament count. In the past, it wouldn't be uncommon for me to get a hotel out in Massachusetts and play, 2 B tiers, one on Saturday, one on Sunday kind of thing. So I find any of those setups, I'll be out there doing that kind of thing again. But 20 to 25 is always a pretty realistic goal.
All right. Anything else? Any other predictions?
No, I think that's just about everything. One thing I've started doing this fall, and I'm going to be doing a lot more, is I call it the Greg Kurtz work day, where I just go play around a disc golf with a pair of lopping shears and just cut everything that I see while I'm doing that. It's an incredibly effective way to, over time, really get a course where you want it. I think that so much of J Park is super, super playable because of those, ghost work days that Greg Kurtz is always doing. Even now, you'll see him out there with a pair of lopping shears a lot of times over the summer.
I would imagine they would wreak havoc on the baskets, though.
No, you got to be concerned about that if he brings his bolt cutters out.
Fair enough. All right. So that's Jaimen for 2026.
I did do a wheel.
Oh, well, we're running out of... So who's on the wheel?
Corey, actually.
Oh.
Well, it's Corey, Tim, and Evan. They're left.
That much I know. And I said I'm trying to separate Corey and Jaimen because they've got the most audio. So we're actually, I appreciate that though, the wheel. But we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna do Tim, and I just need a minute to load up your clip here, Timothy. Do you ever go by Timothy?
Only if I'm getting yelled at by my mother.
So, but your name is officially legally
my name is officially Timothy, and there's people at work, because I work for the state, so I have my full name is my email address, and it absolutely, I hate it after I send something to someone and it says, "Thanks, Tim," and they still refer to me, "Dear Timothy," or "Good morning, Timothy." Oh, it drives me nuts.
You don't look like a Timothy. You definitely look like a Tim.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Or like Big Tim.
Yep, yeah. I get that a lot.
Here's Tim's 2025 goal.
Mine's pretty basic. I just want to become more consistent. I play dubs once a week and play one casual round a week, and that's about it. When I play a tournament, I'm shocked at how bad I am. So I think it's just be more consistent. Maybe try, if I can, play a little bit more. Get out when I can.
How many tournaments did you play last year?
Oh, I have no idea. 5 maybe? Not many. In 2024, actually, I played way more than I thought. I played 12, but I played, 3 were flexes. So they were one round, so that makes it a lot easier.
So 12 is your baseline. You got to get over that.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll see what my wife puts up with me playing. So I think more of it is probably playing more competitively, because I think that helps. I've noticed with part of Team Challenge, that's the thing I love about it, is playing up kind of makes me play better. So I think that was one of the reasons this year I moved out of MA3, even though I didn't really get any better, is I played better when I played with, MA2 pros and even MA1. I think that's something Team Challenge taught me, is the better competition you play, the better you're going to play. So I might just move up again just to see what happens, even if I finish last, just to get the competitive juices going. So I don't know. I'm eligible for MA40 this year, so we'll see if I take advantage of that. Probably just to play a few rounds with Evan, I will, or at least have the chance to play with Evan.
All right. So you were hurt. How much time did you miss from injury this year?
I missed 15 weeks of disc golf.
Okay, so that's like more than 3 months.
Yeah.
Almost 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed 3 weeks in May after the volunteer open because I had the DNF from that. And then the end of June, it was actually like the day after my birthday, I did something to my back that tweaked it, and I didn't play again until the Stony Hill Scramble was my first round back.
Goodness. So that's, yeah. So not only did you miss a bunch of time, you missed a bunch of prime time.
Yeah, I missed the entire nice weather.
It's not like you missed January and February.
No, unfortunately, no.
So do you know how many events you actually played?
It's got to be less than 10.
9.
9.
So you still only missed 2024 by 3 events.
Yeah. And it's funny. I was thinking about it as because one of my goals is for this year is to be healthy and be able to play. And I've been injured every single year since I started playing competitive. 2022, I broke my leg. 23, I had this weird pinched nerve in my arm where I would lose feeling in my throwing hand. And then I had a back problem in 24. And then I had a really bad back problem in 25. So my main goal is to be healthy and not miss weeks because of injury.
So playing more obviously is a slam dunk. Do you feel like you played more consistently?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I got 2 wins. That's my first 2 wins ever. So I think that definitely helped. I mean, I saw my rating go up the entire year. Yeah, I could see a difference in my play. So I think I played a lot more consistent. I still have a lot of work to do in that, but I do think I played pretty consistently this year. Well, more consistent this year.
And you hit 900, right?
I did. Yep, just last rating upgrade after Kisco.
So would a ratings goal be to stay at 900, or is there another step?
I don't want to set a goal, but I do want to keep going. I don't want to, obviously don't want to go under, but I don't know. This is way too much, but I'd like to be 925, 930, somewhere in that range. But I know I still have a lot of low rated rounds, and I know some of my higher rating rounds are going to drop soon because they're just about a year old. So we'll see what happens, but I would like to get up in the 920s.
And it's tough because you're right at 900 too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like any slippage and you're like, ah.
Yep.
So what other goals you got for 2026?
I think one of the big things, I'm terrible for whatever reason at a turnover. I thought I was going to work on a forehand this year, but so far this year, my forehand has been awesome. So I'm really just want to keep that going, but I'm really terrible at a turnover. Like hole 12, hole 14, and hole 18 are absolutely terrible at J Park for me. I just don't even really know how to play them. So I really want to learn a turnover. And then honestly, the biggest one for me this year, besides being healthy, because that's more of a life goal than just disc golf, but it's something I really put into effect at Kisco, and I think it worked for most of the round, was just to have better positive self-talk when I'm playing around. It's not so much getting pissed at myself and throwing a disc or throwing my hat on the ground. You know, just a shot is a shot. The next shot's going to be better, and, you know, step up to a putt like you're going to make it and tell yourself that, you know, you can make a 30-foot putt, you know, you can do it, and just talk positively to myself is really what my biggest goal is going to be.
What division do you plan on playing for most of the year?
I'm going to start MA40. If my rating does go up, I might move up to MP40. I'm highly considering it. It's like been on my mind a lot.
I like that.
Do it. You're only gonna learn.
And MP40 is so hot right now. It's always like the biggest. Don't fact check me on that, but we've had some pretty big MP40 last year.
Yeah. Also, I got a question for you, Tim, as far as your turnovers are concerned. So, like, if you're stepping up to hole 14 at J Park, where are you aiming?
I'm aiming straight at the top of the hill. From where the tee is, I'm aiming at that ridge.
Like straight down the fairway?
Straight down the fairway.
Yeah, so that's your problem.
Oh, good. Where should I be aiming?
You should be aiming way to the left. And this is what I think most people do with turnovers is they aim right where they're trying to get their disc. And if you're releasing your disc there and expecting it to turn over, it's gonna, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge pine tree on the left-hand side of that fairway. I'm aiming to the left of that with my shot because I know that if I put it out there and I throw the turnover the way I want to, it's going to turn into the fairway rather than being in the fairway and then start turning.
Okay. All right.
At J Park, 12, 18, they're all kind of the same. That's the scary part about a turnover is you can't aim at the fairway a lot of times for that shot.
All right. Well, there's my first step at working at the turnover. I'll go out there and look at where I'm aiming.
Nice. Any other goals?
I have one goal every year is to play 5 new courses. So I'll do that again. I've done that for the last 4 years. I've been able to get at least 5 new courses every year. So I know I'll get 2 through Team Challenge, and then I'll have to add 3 more at least.
What are the 5 from last year? Or 5 of them?
Oh, 5 of the ones last year. Let me see. Flat Rock was 1. Warwick, Oasis. Oh, Meadowbrook. And then the, I guess this really doesn't count. But They counted as White Mountain, but it was the temp course that they put at the expo last year. Evan and I played that, and that was the 5th one.
Oh, no, that counts.
It counts as a course, but yeah, it doesn't count as White Mountain. But yeah. So those were the 5 that I played last year.
Nice. All right. Let's make Evan wait. Corey, let me pull up your clip. I got like 3 clips for you.
Uh-oh. I fell a little short of my goal at 960. I was, I think, 959, and I played the Wilcox Wonderland tournament, hoping to get that 1 extra point, even though I knew it was going to be a tough feat. I didn't. Actually went down 1 point to 958, so I didn't quite get 960, but I think 959 is close enough. I think same thing that I said before. I don't know what I had to do other than be a little bit more consistent and putt a little bit better. It would be cool to get close to 970.
Oh, okay.
That's going to take a lot of work and just cleaning up some of the lower rated rounds, like raise my floor a little bit. I do want to do 3 more A tiers at 2025. I think it's going to be easier than it was even this past year, with Wilcox going to be an A tier, and then Mindkill. I'll probably do Brewster Ridge again.
Warwick?
Yeah, assuming I don't have another wedding to go to. Yeah, so I think I think 5 A tiers is going to be my goal for 2025. I did travel a lot. I'd like to keep that going.
How many events do you think you played?
I'm going to guess my PDGA page says something like 28 or so. I think I definitely played at least 20 actual tournaments.
I have 27, taking out Paint Beer Pro League and such, but with like minimum flexes, I have 27.
Shit, 27. And there's a couple events I skipped. So, yeah, I think that's pretty healthy for me.
Are you going to beat that number this year or match it?
I'm going to say I match it. I'm going to say I beat it. I'm going to say I beat it.
All right.
This upcoming year, so.
So did you ever get to 960, Corey?
I did get to 960. With how many rated rounds I play, it's hard to like get a big jump. And I think like midway through the year, I don't even know if I saw it coming. I got like some random 10-point boost, obviously from stuff falling off. But that was a big help. And yeah, I was able to get to 960. And I didn't realize that I was hoping to get to 970. Or I remember that I said that. Obviously, that's the goal. But
did you get close to 970?
I did, yeah. I rounded the year out at 968. So 2025 was definitely like I played my most like good rounds. Had a few thousands in there. Had a bunch of 990s. Hoping to keep that going into 2026.
Well, you said 3 A tiers, then 5 A tiers. Do you know how many A tiers you played?
6. Yeah, I think I just looked that up.
I had 7.
Oh, did I do 7? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wasn't the Syracuse, it said AB, it was A for pro, B for AMs, I think. I mean, unless I'm seeing something wrong.
Oh, I did do 7. Holy, yeah. All right, I guess I did 4 more. I think I did 3 the previous year.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I'm gonna be doing that many this year. I'm definitely not gonna beat it. That's a lot more A tiers than I would have guessed.
What's the target?
Well, I'm not sure.
What are the local ones? Warwick, Mindkill, Wilcox. Are they going to do it again, or is that official?
I'm not sure, but I would guess so. And then Greater Hartford, yeah, I'm planning on doing all of those.
So 5 might be realistic.
Again. Yeah, 5 is probably realistic. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Brewster Ridge this year, if it's the same weekend as the Jammer. So we'll see.
And it talked about how many events. I think you had 27 in 2024. Do you know how many you got in 2025? I mean, you're probably looking at it.
I mean, the PGA page says 32 minus a couple leagues. I'm probably right there at 29 tournaments or something.
I got you at 30. I think there were just the 2 leagues.
Yeah, 30.
And they were probably the same league twice. Pro League and Pro League.
I don't think I'll beat that. I mean, 30 tournaments a year, that's a lot of events on weekends, especially when they're not all one-dayers.
More than 27, you think?
Yeah, I would say between 27 and 30.
All right. Another clip I have, we were talking about consistent 400 feet. What about 400 feet?
That did happen a couple times.
Are you talking about hole 18 at Greenville? Because that's downhill, dude.
No, usually where it happens, at least where I measure it and it works out, is hole 13 at J Park. So it is a flat hole. I mean, maybe it goes downhill 1 foot. There is usually a tailwind if there is wind on that hole, but anyone that has played with me knows I love my 159-gram beast, and sometimes when I give it a good rip and it flies the way I want it to, I can hit that 400 mark. So that feels good. There's no way I'm going to say I'm trying to hit 500 feet, but getting that more controlled and consistent, like 380-foot shot would do wonders.
I did find myself saying a lot this year. This is the year that everybody finds out that Corey throws far.
Yeah, you did. I almost kind of feel like it's the same thing they say about like hearing loss and vision loss, right? Like you don't know how bad it is until it's gone. Like it goes away very incrementally. Same thing with disc golf. And I think a lot of people get discouraged because they don't see the minor incremental changes until you do something like a big comparison. Like, I don't know, compare your 401k from the beginning of the year to the end of the year or something like that. Like you might not notice a big change week to week, but if you look at the bigger picture, you kind of see how much you've grown.
You were talking about hitting 400 feet 1 to 2 times out of 10. Even the idea of hitting it 5 times out of 10 would be a huge improvement.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely
in a year.
Yeah, like anyone around here would know that you don't really need to throw that far to play well. Being controlled is kind of more of a thing.
How's that going?
I would say I don't know if I've really improved this year distance wise, but I would consider like myself to be if someone was to ask like what my distance is, I would say like consistently 380. I just keep picturing like hole 13 at J Park every time I play it.
Don't sell yourself short. I watched you crush hole 12 at Heiser Creek, even though you don't remember it. You were at like 570.
Yeah, but that one is like downhill to tailwind. It's like primo.
And nobody needs to know. It's hole 12. You were past the 500 rock by a ton. You had the CTP for a little while.
The testosterone toss. You got to.
Oh, that's right. Testosterone. Right. Sorry.
I definitely didn't go home with the money, but I
you
definitely moved the
didn't.
stick.
You did. It was a good toss.
But no, I would definitely like to be more of like 400 and more consistently. I guess that rolls over. The more distance potential is always good, as long as it doesn't mean that I have to completely relearn how to throw a disc and I can't hit gaps anymore, because I think that's more important. What I think I would like to do is I really would like to get more forehand distance. I kind of forgot last year I hurt my shoulder playing adult kickball, so I got to really avoid doing that again this year. I'm great with my scramble forehands, but I think when we get to holes that are, being able to flick 300 or 325, it can really, really pay off.
Absolutely. All right. Well, the other clip we got is for J-Dubs. So this is what you had to say about J-Dubs last year.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing J-Dubs again this year. And like I said before, I'd really like to see the numbers grow. I don't really know how to do that given the location and day of the week and everything else going on. People might only play 2 dubs a week and they choose ones that are closer to their house or whatever.
Is it feasible to be getting that many at any weekly event in this area? There's just so many things to go to that if something's slightly inconvenient, well, I can just go Wednesday here or I can go Thursday here.
Yeah, realistic, yes. Are the cards stacked against it? Yeah, with the amount of events, and I feel like anything outside of, say, a 15-minute driving range from, like Albany on a weekday, you kind of have a hard time getting numbers. And usually it starts off strong in the beginning of the season and kind of dies off, and you get left with your core group. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the big change was we got rid of the pools. I mean, I don't know if that hurt or helped the overall number of people that showed up week to week. It definitely attracted people that would not have normally come and probably detracted from other people showing up. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, like I could never see J Park not having a Dubs league. Like people have asked, like, oh, well, what if only a few people start showing up? I'd still be down there. So yeah, it'd be cool to have a thriving J Dubs league like it used to, not just being able to hand over the trophy to Justin Michelli every year. Anyways, yeah, my goals this year is basically the same as last year. Get a little bit better at disc golf, contribute as much as I can to the scene while also trying to be a contributing player.
Dig it. Anything to add to that?
No, I definitely am going to be doing J-Dubs again this year. I don't know if this is going to be my 3rd or 4th year running it. I'm not really planning on changing anything with the league. Well, I switched to doing AB pools. I definitely think I like that better. And I don't know if we had more or less people show up compared to the previous year. I feel like we had more like unique players, a bunch of one-round people, just like in the area or for work or whatever. But I'm hoping for another good J-Dub season. I think we got through most of the year with like pretty good weather. So yeah.
All right. Any other goals or anything that we didn't cover for 2026?
2025 was like my first like real MPO win, as in not at a flex tournament. It would be great. I would like to have a goal of winning a B tier this year. I don't even know how many B tiers I actually end up playing, but like obviously like winning the Jammer would be huge. That'd be a pretty sick goal. But other than that, I want to get close to 980, and I want to improve my forehand distance and really focus on putting. I feel like last year I really struggled on committing to putts and threw a lot of weak putts. That was kind of like my crutch. So I think if I can do all those things, it'll be a great 2026.
I think I counted 9 B tiers quickly, but no.
Oh, really? Huh.
All right. That's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet up.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Betty.
Let me load yours up here. This is for Evan's 2025 goal. Evan, looks like you had like 15 events.
Yeah, I guess, I could say 16 is a goal. I do like playing rated rounds. I like it more than I used to. If you look at my history, definitely struggled at first, but my rating's been going steadily upwards. I'd love to see that continue. If I could put another 30 points on, get up to like 888, that would be awesome. That would take a lot more consistency. I only have one round above 900 so far, so I'd like to do that again and more often for sure. I had a handful of podiums this year, 3 second places in MA40. It was the first year I was playing MA40 and playing all the long tees, so I'd love to get a win. Started playing the AM division in the monthlies, so I'd love to beat Tim and get a win there at some point. That's a goal. And I've still never played Maple Hill, so that's on my list of goals. I've got to get out there and play that.
Are you going to break 83?
I don't know. I was talking to Brian Monahan about this yesterday. I do love playing tag matches. I kind of subscribe to the idea that every match is a tag match. I like keeping score, even if we're throwing second shots for fun, like, keeping score and playing for something. But beating 83 would take a lot, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
All right. What's the furthest south you're going to play this year?
I was thinking about that question, and I guess I remembered you were asking in terms of tag matches, because I have played disc golf in Florida, but there's a bunch of stuff down your way that I haven't played. I'd love to play Port Jervis. So I have a buddy who lives down that way. He used to live up near me, and I'd love to go visit him and play that course. I've never played Wilcox either.
Any other goals for the year?
Develop a workable forehand. Somebody help.
I like it. All right, so first of all, you were shooting for 16 events. How many did you play?
Pretty sure I got to 23.
Okay.
But that included 2 of those were Pro League, which was really fun to try. Did decently well at a couple. And then a bunch of XC, Circuit Challenge, Ice Bowl, stuff like that. So I think I had 16 tournaments in MA40. So kind of right on the nose there, I guess.
All right. Any wins?
I did. I got my first 2 wins. I think they're both flexes. The first flex at Thatcher, and then the volunteer finale at Stony Kill, which I won in a playoff.
All right. So far, so good. What about 888?
No, I did not hit 888. I did go up a little bit. I'm up to 866. I had some good rounds, but still had some bad rounds. So like other people have said, consistency will continue to be a struggle, but we'll say 888 feels like a good goal still to shoot for.
All right. And what about your forehand?
It's a little better. I've broken it out in competitive rounds here and there when needed. I should focus on it more and work on it more, but still not my preference.
Doesn't need to be your preference. It's just a need, man.
Yeah, for sure. Getting there.
Did you play either Port Jervis or Wilcox or both?
I did play Wilcox. I still have not been to Port Jervis yet.
All right. So 888, what about, are you going to beat 16 events next year?
I don't know. I think that is pretty consistent. Let's say 17 as a goal, but that feels like a pretty good amount of events for my availability.
And you've already got 2 wins. So as far as wins, my thought is Player of the Year is probably the next step up now.
I think the next step would be to win a full 2-round tournament instead of a single round. That would be a goal.
All right, baby steps. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. What other goals you got for 2026?
So as far as tag matches, obviously I beat 83 all the way up to 118. I have 2 goals for tag matches. I want to have the most tag matches played again, whatever that is. And I want to have more tag matches played than my tag number at the end of the year. I didn't do that last year, and I didn't do it the year before. So we're going to try and finish with a better tag than my number of matches and more than anybody else.
So the more you play, the better chance you have of getting that goal.
You'd think so, but yeah. That final round of the year did me in.
They happen.
And I'm off to a slow start. I think I only have 3 so far this year.
So the goal isn't necessarily to beat the 118. It's just to have the most.
Correct. Oh, and one more big goal is we want to move up to F pool. Let's go, boys.
Bing bong.
That's a good goal.
Thank you.
Yeah, none of you guys predicted that you'd have a team challenge team. You guys are not good at predictions.
I think it wasn't even on the radar at that point. So it's been an awesome experience, and we're going to keep going.
All right. Anything else to add for next year? So 17, 888, Port Jervis, still working on that forehand, and a 2-round tournament.
Yeah, and ace number 5, and that's it.
And tags.
Right, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Just
cool.
All right, I dig it. All right, still got to get Jason's goals. But Randy, what about 9-pin Cider putting league for last week? Do you remember anything?
All right. I remember the one good thing I did, and I got the ace pot finally after not getting it for what feels like forever. I think I got it maybe once last year. So that was, I felt good for the year because I feel like I haven't even been really close much this year. And then I played a fun lap at the end with Mark because he didn't have anyone to play with when we were before we broke it all down. And I hit another ace just on a funzie. So shouldn't have done that. Should have saved that for another week. But what else happened?
I mean, after that, what else? What even matters?
There was a duck.
Oh, we had an inflatable duck on one of the holes that really didn't obstruct the basket at all. It was just like kind of there. And I think it still messed with people. So
I watched it get hit a few times.
yeah, people should have probably tried to hit it on purpose. It seemed like a fun goal.
And it was a montage to what?
It was a montage.
It was a montage to Simon?
The preserve.
Oh,
yes.
just the preserve.
The preserve because Simon rented out a huge duck and put it in the pond or put it on land or whatever. Yeah, that was it. It was there. It was a thing.
Well, Mark Bryan posted, he said 68 people on a holiday Monday, a great turnout with a good bunch of new faces as well. Always cool to see people bringing friends and family along to the most fun you can have on a cold weather weeknight. Got some hot scores tonight, so congrats to all the winners and our very own Randy Bemis on hitting the solo ace, as you mentioned. And he says, P.S. he also hit it again with my Devil Hawk.
Oh, yeah. I played the whole round with his like overstable thumb track, like approach discs. I putted too, like I did everything with them and they were great. I don't want to bag those, but they were great. So if you're looking for a new disc, get a Devil Hawk.
Nick Alcatraz at Cats won the non-paid league with 19 points and got himself a free flight, hopefully to somewhere warmer. Derek Stasinski, he left with $5, scored him 16 points. Adam Nelson had 17 points, got $10. Nick Cardone, 18 points, got $15. Lefty Mike Warner came in third place with 20 points and $20. Joe Karen in second with 21 points, got $30. And your winner, Ryan Martin, had 22 points, $35.
Wait, so this airs... Yeah, so I should say now that there is no putting league on the 2nd. So next week's is canceled just due to like a 9-pin private event that I don't know when they scheduled it, but whatever. Or we'll be adding an extra week on to the end. So it'll still be the same amount of disc golf, but nothing next week.
All right. We got to get to our player of the year in the MPO division. I had a bit of a conversation with Justin. And as far as the MPO, looks like there's 3 different winners.
Yes.
Of the 4 categories.
Which is really interesting. So let's start with, it seemed like everyone liked this one, but it's kind of the bad one in my opinion, which is just however many people you beat is how many points you get. So if, as we said before, that weights it towards the people who did well at, one of 3 tournaments.
Yeah, like Warwick and what was the other one that had a lot?
Fool's Fest has a lot.
Yeah, Fool's Fest has a lot.
Even though it's a B tier, it gets like quite a bit.
Well, because they do it on separate days and such.
Right. Yes. I mean, they have an entire day for MPO and FPO. So you're going to get a big field. So your winner there was Wyatt Mahoney. And then in second place, David Fleck. In third place, Brad Schott. And of course, it's just because those 3 players, they did well at the 3 events. A couple other names, I guess, going down the line is like Miles Sayre, Jaimen, Kyle Hirsch, Kyle Moriarty. So it keeps going, but the top 3 is Wyatt, David, Brad. Mm-hmm. So the next one is my fun one. So if we look at this weighted metric, in third place is myself, which was a little surprising, but I did go to all the tournaments, so it's not surprising. But myself with 10.85 points. In second place, Jaimen with 11.81. And then our winner, Kyle Hirsch, with 13.61. Kyle did really, really well. I think the thing that put him over the edge in this one is that he did very well at the Wilcox WOW, which is an A tier worth 3 points. And I think he came in like the top 5, even with the 2 touring pros that were there, Andrew Miranda and the other guy. you did a quiz, Jaden Rye. You did a quiz.
Oh yeah, where he was, where he won. Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of actually like this one because almost everybody gets, I say points, but more than likely it'll be less than a point. But like everybody would get, right? How low does it go?
Yeah, everyone gets a point. If you come in, I forget how I programmed it, but it should be that if you come in dead last, you get like a tiny fraction of a point.
Yeah, because the goal of this is to get, it's for participation having some weight to it.
Right.
So you can come in middle of the pack, but if you play at every one of these events, you could actually,
you could win it. Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah.
I mean, I don't think middle of the pack would do. I think you would have to get some good results.
Yeah, you'd have to have like a win or two or a podium or two. But
yeah,
if in the other 8 or 9 you're, at least scoring, you have a shot.
Right. The thing I liked about this is that if you're thinking about the normal Pat Keenan method, like when any of the local pros around here play things like Mindkill or Bro or Warwick, none of us are getting top 3.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm just saying it's unrealistic because there's just like so many good players. There's touring pros that often come and play.
You get kind of mercenaries to a degree.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're all good players, but we're not that good. So, we can't ever get points from those events. So I feel like having a way for you to quantify how well you did at the bigger events is nice.
These events are starting to pull more people that, when I first started doing it, it would be a local person winning Mindkill.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Now it's almost like you got to evolve with the time. So
right.
I kind of really like that one.
I like that. And so if we go over to the Pat Keenan model, so just if you win an event, you get 3 points. Come in second, you get 2 points. Third, you get 1 point. In third place was Wyatt Mahoney, which is interesting. I think he got second at Mindkill and he won Fool's Fest. That's what I have. I don't know if that's what you have.
That's what I have.
In second place is Jesse Longenecker, also 5 points. He came second at Bro to Paul Kranz, and then he won Warwick. I remember that one. And then our winner is Antonio, who won both the Long Island Open and the Cedar Beach Classic, which I thought was interesting because all he did was play 2 events. I think he might have actually been there for the other ones, but
he typically plays Kisco and probably Fool's Fest. He just didn't get on the podium for those.
He did play Kisco, but I remember that day at Kisco was awful. It was 10, 15 degrees, 30 mile per hour winds. And I remember watching, Antonio on hole 9, which is the big rock hole. Sorry, Antonio, if you get sad about me bringing this up, but it wasn't only him. There were a lot of people that would like try to putt up onto the rock and their disc would blow back over their head. It was like not proper disc golf condition. And of course, Jaimen still won because he's amazing. So that one was interesting, right? Antonio gets the dub.
Before we get to the other one,
sure.
I think we might have different because I had Kyle.
Oh.
I had Antonio got the 6. You included the Bro. How many events do you have? Do you have 12 or is it 13?
It looks like I have Kisco, Fool's Fest, Mighty Gaw, Mindkill, Jammer, Bro, Battenkill, Warwick, Cedar Beach, Stony, Long Island Open, and Wilcox. I remember listening to the episode where you guys were talking about it. I don't know what the finalized list was. I can always change it.
No, it's fine. I think that's a good one. But I had Kyle had Mighty Gaw, Kisco. He came in second in those, and then Battle of Saratoga. Was that on your list?
Oh, Saratoga was not on my list.
Okay.
I mean, I can change it. It wouldn't be too hard.
It would just make it a tie.
Oh, really? Because he came second.
He came in second in all 3 of those, so it had him at 6. It's really just at this point, it's just another method of figuring it out. Like Jesse Longenecker, you said he came in. Did he come in second at the Bro?
Yeah, he came in second at the Bro.
Yeah, see, him I only had as
3 points.
Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah.
So no, but I mean that's a good one though. I don't even think we thought of that as an option.
Okay.
I like that tournament. I mean, including them both would be fine.
I think if I'm just thinking about how people played at certain tournaments, I don't think switching Bro for Saratoga would actually change that much in the other 2 because Kyle would actually get more points from the Saratoga tournament than he did at Bro.
And Corey gets points for winning.
That's true. Oh, well. Ooh. Actually, I don't think that matters at all. Sorry.
No, it's the only points he had. It got Tucker an extra point too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like for the other metrics too, I don't think it would change much.
Yeah.
So then the last metric was, instead of just top 3, doing top 5, top 10. If we do top 5, then, and actually switching out Bro would even make this more prominent, but Kyle would come in first because of all these second place finishes. those get rewarded more relative to the first place finishes. So Kyle would end up winning, Antonio would get second, and then looks like.
So when you say top 5, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 kind of thing?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah,
I can see.
And you can also do top 10. So if you do top 10, then it's like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, which definitely rewards. It's kind of the same thing as the other method. It rewards showing up. Like if you get third place, but you go to all the tournaments, then you'll probably win.
Yeah.
And so that one is the one that skews it so that I do well because I actually showed up, which is why I didn't really want to. I think top 5 is better. But
so after crunching all your numbers, in your opinion, who do you think is the 2025 Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast MPO Player of the Year?
I think it's got to go to Kyle. I mean, across the board, he did really, really well at a bunch of tournaments. And I don't think he got any wins, but he was there for all these events and he played super, super well. Especially his performance at Wilcox, I think was just, that's a course that for him and me and a couple of other local pros, that's like where we play really, really well. And to not only play really, really well, but do it, he plays really well at that tournament every year. So to do that again this year is super awesome. And I don't know. I think he deserves it.
Yeah,
I think he got it.
So to me, Kyle's got 2 of the 4 models and a tie in the third one. So that's what I'm thinking. Does anybody have a differing opinion on that?
I kind of felt like Kyle had another great year without looking at like any of the data, just like from what I remember from the events that we played, like Kyle had a pretty dominative year. I mean, I would have put Jaimen in there too, not knowing how he did at all these specific events, but
I don't play like anything local. I think that's the big problem.
Yeah.
We need Justin to come up with another model, which includes a modifier for defending
being
champions.
On the podcast? Oh, defending champions?
defending champions, yeah.
Well, Corey, you came in 10th place in the weighted.
Oh, okay, sick.
And Duncan came in 6th. I don't know why. This is just a scrap of paper that he wrote on and handed to me, so I don't know 100% what's going on.
If you flip it over, does it have bridge scores on it?
Actually, it's a Math 2010 Spring 2025 quiz.
Of course.
After row operations, a matrix A is reduced to, it's math homework. Find an orthonormal basis for the null space of A.
Wait, isn't that the question he asked us?
Yeah, the answer is as the limit approaches 0.
I don't know.
The limit does not exist.
He gave you the questions that were part of his trivia.
I'm just going to trust Tim.
This literally says a quiz, so.
Maybe that's what he did for his question, Sor.
Yeah, the orthonormal basis for the null space of A, nullify A, is 2, according to this. So does everybody agree? Kyle Hirsch,
the Reaper,
2025 Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast, MPO Player of the Year? Yes, Kyle the Reaper Hirsch.
He'd get my vote.
Aye.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. The ayes have it. Congratulations, Kyle. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about?
Pat, I want to thank you for telling me to reach out to UDisc.
Oh, okay. About what?
Because I was complaining that they didn't provide like statistics for like the everyday user to be able to look things up. And you told me to reach out to UDisc to see like what the reason was or why they would do it. And
they said it's on the roadmap.
No, it wasn't on the roadmap. They have like a whole ticket submission process. So I submitted a ticket, and about an hour before the podcast started, they sent me everything I wanted for all the courses, like for their history, for their monthly. So I'm going to take a look at this and do a little deep dive and see what I can come up with for fun little graphs and charts and stuff for DiscCap.
Nerd alert, nerd alert.
Yep, nerd alert.
On the back end, do they just make you course ambassador of like every course in the state?
No, they just gave me a giant Excel document.
Oh.
That would have been way funnier if they just, but it's not even, it's within 100 miles. So like what courses are on here? Oakhome is on here. 501's on here. Allen Park. So I have like tons of statistics that I can play with. So Pat, I want to thank you for pointing that out, that maybe there's a reason for it and they have a process already in place. So I'm going to mess around with this.
You just made Greg Kurtz's year, but all right.
I know. I'm not going to lie. It made my year when I saw how cool a lot of this stuff is. So
awesome.
I got to give a quick shout out to Brian Bickersmith and at least some of the other J-Park guys. I don't know how many of them were out there, but we're scheduled to do a neutral at SBW this weekend. And apparently a good chunk of them were out clearing tee pads and everything at SPW. So big up to them. That's a lot of snow to be clearing. So big thanks for them.
The thing that worries me about this snow is, at least to me, it's not supposed to warm up anytime soon, is it?
It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
No.
and then there's another storm possibly this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday.
So
I'm going to play SPW with like 3 discs, and they're all going to have 4-foot freaking ribbons on them. I'll be tripping over
At
them.
least 4 feet.
Yeah.
Did anyone love Jay Gorsage's comment about SPW T-pads?
what was it?
That after the snow, he's like, I'm sure people have already started walking on the T-pads.
I don't think anyone's walking through anything over there. No,
I know, but
It's like, would you even be able to tell?
it made me laugh.
Anybody wanting to stick around for a quiz? Anybody got to get going?
Shit.
I could hop off to make it an even 6.
I'm never worried about even odd. The more people you have, the more differing opinions, sometimes the more fun. So,
Let's call it fun then.
all right. So I'm thinking Ralix as captains to pick teams.
Oh, I thought you were going to say us versus like 5 people. But
Ralix versus the world.
That would have been
Champs
funnier. I
versus
guess.
chumps.
Ralix J. Barnaby.
Randy, do you want to wait? Let me think here.
I do.
Do you want to pick first or go first?
I'll go first.
Good, because I already wrote your name down. So,
Nice.
Alex, who is your first pick for Team Alex?
Why don't you just give me Tim for this one?
I was going to pick Tim.
Oh my gosh, guys, stop. Just stop.
Randy, your first pick.
I'll go Evan.
Randy, your second pick.
Oh, we're snaking it.
Yeah, mixing it up.
I love how that's always a shock. Like no one knows it's coming, but it's
I really
always
never
great.
expect it.
I sometimes don't, but I try to.
I know it's always a twist.
Yeah.
I'm going to get wild and go Erich.
Let's go.
Alex, who you got?
Who we got left as options? We got Corey and Jaimen.
Yep.
I'll go Jaimen. And if it's snakes, it doesn't matter which one I picked first.
Surprise, the guy who's always taking chalk.
Well, Alex, you also get Corey.
There you
Oh.
I just
He is
wanted you to
son of a
name
bitch.
one of them to give him a hierarchy.
Disco disc, that's the game. Say it loud, shout the name, spin the questions round and round. Will you land it or hit the ground?
So, Randy, I got 3 categories, disc or no disc. What would you like? Category 1, category 2, or category 3?
Feel like we haven't picked 2 in a while, so let's go 2.
All right, question 1, category 2. In Greek mythology, the Titan Helios was responsible for driving a golden chariot across the sky every day to represent the movement of what celestial body? In Greek mythology, the Titan Helios was responsible for driving a golden chariot across the sky every day to represent the movement of what celestial body? And just to remind your team, it's you, Evan, and Erich.
Yeah, I'm loving this matchup actually. Team Re against the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's the sun.
I agree.
I also agree it's the sun.
Era, you guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is the sun a disc?
Depends on if you think it's flat or not.
It's shaped like a disc.
Of course it is. A disc.
It should be a disc, yeah.
And also, it could be SON, father
Ooh.
and son.
Oh, I like that.
I will throw my son.
Then you have to pick your favorite son.
Yeah. This is my beat up son.
Oh, shit.
That's such a
Went
rare
dark.
thing to say.
Went real dark with it.
Oh, man.
Oh man, I really hope it's a disc. Are we going yes?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I think it's a good bet. Because it could
The
be
more I
SOM.
said it, the more bad it is, but
Yeah. Yeah, let's go yes.
all right, we're going yes.
I'm sorry, no.
No.
Wow. Walked right into that one.
Baited.
All right, Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey, category 1, category 2, or category 3? All disc or no disc?
3.
What do you guys think? 3?
3? Okay.
Sure.
All right, question 1, category 3, released in 1989 to compete with the NES. What 16-bit home video game console from Sega was known as the Mega Drive in Japan and Europe, but was rebranded in North America as the what? Released in 1989 to compete with the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. What 16-bit home video game console from Sega was known as the Mega Drive in Japan and Europe, but was rebranded in North America as what?
I have a guess.
Is that the Genesis?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's also what I was thinking.
See, was the Genesis that old though? 1989.
Genesis is pretty old.
Yeah, Genesis is the first thing that Sega had, right?
I remember going to like my cousin's house and my uncle had a Genesis, and that would have been like mid 90s.
I mean, what was next for Sega after that?
Dreamcast.
And there was nothing before Genesis. Well, I mean the Dreamcast, but
Well, that was like late.
Yeah, Dreamcast was after. That was
like
100%
64
after.
era, I think.
Yeah. It was. I don't know what was before. What would it be between that or before Genesis?
I'm pretty happy with Genesis.
I would,
Yeah.
if there
me
was
too.
something that came before Genesis, which wouldn't make sense with the name, I'm fine with Genesis.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Genesis a disc?
Okay, classic. Almost steered us the wrong way. Genesis has to be a disc.
You think so?
Wow.
That's kind of cute.
I could take or leave this one.
Yeah.
It does seem like something that somebody would name a disc.
I'm good with it if you want to go that way. It doesn't sound great to me, but I kind of agree. It probably could be something.
It wouldn't surprise me greatly if it was a disc, but I am leaning no.
Unless you think Phil Collins would have sued him.
Don't think you can copyright that in that way.
All right, cool. So for that reason, I say yes.
All right, let's go yes.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
In 2008, Ching Sports had the Power Genesis. In 2010, it was the Fusion Genesis. And in 2012, the Supreme. So I think that's enough to count. Corey, the Master System was before the Genesis. Was their 8-bit version? It says here it came out in 86. The
Okay.
Sega Master System.
Never heard of that one.
That one I've heard of. That one I didn't have. All right. So Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey are up 2-1. Randy, Evan, and Erich, category 2 or 3. Category 1 will be saved for a later date.
Well, Captain, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about switching.
Yeah.
Having no idea what the categories are.
I mean, you love category 3.
If 3 is video games, that could be good. But
or if it's like 80s music.
Right. Could be a good theme. But I think Alex is good at mythology, so we might be leaving that for him. But I like the switch. Early switch.
Yeah, early switch.
Let's just switch it up. We're going to go to 3.
It's a switch.
All right. Nintendo Switch. Ooh, we're sticking with video games.
Oh, you should have just... Never mind.
Question 2, category 3. Founded in 1979 by Curtis Sliwa in New York City, what is the name of the volunteer organization of unarmed crime prevention safety patrols famous for wearing red beret? Founded in 1979 by Curtis Sliwa in New York City, what is the name of the volunteer organization of unarmed crime prevention safety patrols famous for wearing red beret?
You guys know this one?
No.
I do, but for some odd reason, the name is slipping my mind for the first time I've been thinking about them a lot. It's an Always Sunny bit.
I'm pretty sure it's Guardian Angels.
It's Guardian Angels, yeah.
Oh.
And that guy, I think he ran for mayor more than once.
He did recently, I believe, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't he one of the last guys that was running for mayor?
Yeah, I think he was in the most recent
He was a
race,
Republican candidate.
Yeah, he's been around.
Guardian Angel.
Yep.
You guys agree?
Lock it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Guardian Angel a disc?
I'm out of this one.
I don't like it. It's a lot of text.
You think Sun would be a disc? It's shaped like one for sure.
Well, I wouldn't think that Solar Death Ray would be a disc.
That's also goddamn.
Oh man, you're right.
Yeah, okay. So
Sorry,
we can't
that
go
might be
logic.
my own
We
trauma.
can't go logic. And Guardian Angel is like not a terrible name, but I also don't
Listen,
like it.
Randy doesn't like it, and I don't want to force it on him.
And
so
I don't
let's
like
go
it
no.
either. I don't like it either. So
All right, the no's have it.
We're going no.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
True Par Disc Golf, October
Mother.
6th, 2025. Right, it is 2-2. Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey, category 2 or category 3?
Alex,
The answer was not Guardian Angle, right?
Probably not.
Okay, I would just fix that.
do you want to go mythology and test that theory?
Yeah, I mean, I don't recognize the category for 3, and if it is mythology, then there's the potential for me to do well in that. So
I forgot Alex was on our team when Randy was talking about Alex is good at mythology.
it's probably not going to be mythology, and if it is mythology, I'm probably not going to know it and look silly. So who knows?
That's always good podcasting, so I'm
Exactly.
all for it.
Yeah, do we want to go to? Do we want to go try and figure that out?
I'm fine. It's early. It's still early, so I don't
we
care where
switch.
we go. Let's switch.
good.
Let's take the 2.
All right, question 2, category 2. According to Greek myth, what did the master craftsman Daedalus construct out of wax and feathers to allow himself and his son Icarus to escape the labyrinth of Crete? According to Greek myth, what did the master craftsman Daedalus construct out of wax and feathers to allow himself and his son Icarus to escape the labyrinth of Crete?
Is it wings?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, easy. But yeah, wings.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Wings a disc?
It's a show.
It's a band.
It's a food.
Can we keep going?
Can we just name all the things that wings are that
aren't discs?
I mean, it flies, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, right. That's where I'm at with it. Disc Wing used to be a company, but I don't know if they ever had a disc with a name. They had really silly disc names that I'm not going to say right now.
In my head, it's like there's going to be like a power wing or something like that ends up being pretty dang close.
Isn't
So
Wings
my
like one
thought
of
is yes.
those beach surf shops?
I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Yeah, it's definitely a power wing, maybe, or
It's got to be a disc, right?
I think it's just because it has to be.
Yeah.
sure.
Happy going, yes.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yakun Discs, March 9th, 2014. Wings.
Nice.
All right. 4-2. Randy, Evan, and Eric. If you guys could figure out what a disc is or not, you'd be in good shape. But
Not worried about
category 2 or 3. Oh, it's way too early
it. Just keep,
to worry about it.
Got to get out of this beta territory and just keep move past it. What category, guys?
They both seem to have a theme to me. So,
Yeah, I don't hate 3 or 2. Yeah, I'm fine with either.
yeah, it's up to you, Randy.
Do we like try to steal the mythology ones from Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get
All right.
aggressive.
Yep.
Let's steal.
So let's go back to 2.
Yeah,
Sure.
stop,
2?
yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Question 3, category 2. Often referred to by the nickname Quicksilver, what is the only metallic element that remains in a liquid state at standard room temperature? Often referred to by the nickname Quicksilver, what is the only metallic element that remains in a liquid state at a standard room temperature?
Have you guys ever played with it before?
Yeah,
I hope not.
my mom yelled at me. I think it's mercury.
It is.
I obviously have.
Yeah, we know.
Oh.
Mercury is the answer, Pat.
Hence the mania.
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Mad as a hatter. You guys agree?
Yeah,
Yep.
Is the mercury a disc?
I think so.
It's
so
gotta
I
be.
believe
So
it
if
is.
so
the
so
sun
probably
wasn't-
not, right?
Right? It's
Oh
probably
my
not, but
God.
I believe I've seen it on a disc. Yeah.
Let's go. Yes.
We're going yes.
All right. Looks like ITC Discs, July
God.
24th, 2023 has the Mercury, and Pacific Cycle, March 6th, 2006 has the Mercury Putter. All right. We're back to tied. Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey, category 2 or 3.
That was a 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy going either way.
Do we take like 1 and 2?
Sure.
You go with 2?
Let's do it.
All right. Question 4, category 2. The title of what 2008 Tom Cruise drama about a plot to kill Hitler comes from a Norse myth. The title of what 2008 Tom Cruise drama about a plot to kill Hitler comes from a Norse myth.
Valkyrie.
Yep.
Ooh.
That was what was in my head, Project Valkyrie.
Yeah, it's super good.
I was not familiar with the movie, so yeah, sounds good to me.
All I could think about was Inglourious Bastards.
I
Wrong
will
guy.
admit that's the first thing that came to my head too.
I don't know if I ever watched Valkyrie, but sure, yeah, Valkyrie.
Of those 2 movies, one of them was, at least they tried to be historically accurate.
Was it
But which
Inglourious
one was it?
Exactly. You guys agree?
Yeah, Valkyrie.
Is the Valkyrie a disc?
Oh,
I think it
yeah.
might be.
Oh, yeah.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. No, of course it's Innova Champion Discs, August 28th, 2000. All right. Randy, Evan, and Eric, category 2 or 3. Got question 5 in category 2 or question 3 in category 3.
That was such a softball, but who knows how question 5 is going to be.
Should we just keep
I know.
wildly changing lanes, like
Yes,
swerving
I love
back
it.
and forth
Yes,
violently?
zigzagging. I
Let's
love
go to
that.
3.
Back to 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, question 3, category 3. In the Halo video game franchise, what is the name of the massive extragalactic forge world used to create and control the Halo rings, also known as Installation 00? In the Halo video game franchise, what is the name of the massive extragalactic forge world used to create and control the Halo rings, also known as Installation 00?
Oh,
Randy, tell me you have, is it us or is it?
it's us.
Okay. All right. Thank you, buddy. And Randy and Evan. Shit, forgot the question.
I played a ton of Halo and I am just blanking on
Yeah.
this.
There's a word on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know if it's right.
They have it. Let's just assume they have it. So like we can say all the words we want.
The word in my brain is crucible, but I don't know if that's right.
That sounds really good.
Like
I like that. I don't know why.
I also played a lot of Halo and should know this more quickly, but that's either that's
it.
for my subconscious or
Nope,
it's
that's it.
way off.
Lock it in.
You guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey.
Oh no.
In the Halo video game franchise, what is the name of the massive extragalactic forge world used to create and control the Halo rings, also known as Installation 00?
I don't know the answer, but Corey has to answer it because it's a Halo question.
I was not a Halo guy.
You are currently a Halo.
You are
guy.
the Halo guy.
You are right.
Oh
Yeah, that
wait,
was
shit,
a
you're right.
Disc plastic choice.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Damn, now I kind of wish. I guess I'm not a Halo guy through and through. I'm just a surface level Halo guy.
We got to get together and play through the campaigns one of these times.
Well, you don't play the game, you don't have that thing over your head, so you're not really much of a Halo.
In my head, Cradle was the first thing that came to mind, but I'm not confident in that.
I did like the Crucible answer, but
Thanks, bro.
obviously it was wrong.
Clearly.
Yeah, I don't. Cradle, sure.
Yeah, I wasn't a Halo person, so I'm no help here.
Nope.
I probably played multiple Halos. The only thing I can remember is driving the Warthog over the freaking thing as the ground is collapsing or whatever that one mission. I don't even know what Halo that was.
Right,
was pretty
I
sweet.
played it a bunch, but not enough to know what the heck was
That's
going
the
on.
end of
I was
Halo
always-
3, right?
I was the
Yeah.
clueless. Yeah.
Cradle.
But yeah, Cradle.
On Cradle, you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were looking for Ark.
Oh,
Of
Oh, okay.
Ark of the Covenant. Got it.
Oh shit! Damn.
the
Goliath
Crucible.
Discs, October 30th, 2023. That was Randy, Evan, and Eric's questions. So Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey, category 2 or 3. Yeah, 5 or 4.
I have a pretty good guess at what 3 is. I have a pretty good guess at what, relatively good guess at 2.
I say we stay in 2.
Sure.
We've known those at least.
True.
Fair.
Can't argue with that logic.
Category 2.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Question 5. Founded in 1912 as the Massachusetts Employees Insurance Association, what company changed its name in 1917 to honor a famous New York landmark that is now part of its corporate logo? Founded in 1912 as the Massachusetts Employees Insurance Association, what company changed its name in 1917 to honor a famous New York landmark that is now part of its corporate logo?
Liberty?
Yeah, Liberty Mutual.
Oh,
That's like
okay.
How does that fit with the other answers?
no
I
idea.
don't know, but that's what's sticking in my head.
That's the only like company that I can think of that would make sense with that and as a landmark. But
Yeah, it's the right sort of timeline, I think, for the Statue of Liberty.
Oh yes, right. It is the Statue of Liberty. For some reason, I was picturing some other insurance company that just has like the Empire State Building looking type building.
Oh, it's not the one that just screams their name over and over again. That's not what you were thinking of.
I mean, that's
Liberty.
Farmers.
I'm fine. I have no idea. I'm fine with Liberty.
Yeah, no, I just don't know how it fits in with the other answers, but
Yeah, me neither.
oh, same. It's
Yeah.
but I'm fine with Liberty Mutual.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the Liberty a disc?
Oh, okay.
I think it is.
That one's got to be. I like that one.
I think it's like a legacy or something like that.
I could see that.
Sure.
The Patriot and everything.
Yeah, that's the only thing that pops in my head for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
Going with yes. It's a disc.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, no.
Shocker.
Statue of Liberty is, but we've already discussed that one. All right, I got 7 to 4. Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey are in the lead. 2 rounds to go. Randy, Evan, and Erich. Last question in category 2 or question 4 in category 3?
We're clearly the casual team players, I feel like, in the situation. Just like Randy's whole year. So I'm wondering, do we keep zigging or we stay at 1-3?
Well, we're locked into a question 6 at this point.
Yeah, that's just
So-
going to happen. I mean, Insula.
Technically, no.
Yeah, it doesn't
No.
have to happen.
If you take 4 and they take 6, you could take 5.
That would
just
be
saying.
crazy if they did that.
Well, you said locked in. I'm just saying you're not locked
the logical outcome, I
Yeah.
guess, is that we're locked into a question 6. I'm not grasping the categories too much. You guys know either?
I mean,
3 has been relatively pretty.
Yeah, I get
thing.
the trend in 3.
Yeah.
It's not the category that I'm good at, so
yeah, and two is not what I thought. I don't know.
just do another in 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's zig. Going back to 3.
Been in 3.
Wait, we were
we
staying
were in
in
3, but sure, yeah.
Sorry.
All right, question 4, category 3. In the Halo video game series, what is the name of the theological alliance of alien races that serves as the primary antagonist to humanity? In the Halo video game series, what is the name of the theological alliance of alien races that serves as the primary antagonist to humanity?
Okay, I do know this one.
I'm glad we stayed in this one. I literally said it in the last one. Covenant.
Yep.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably should have flip-flopped these two, but is the Covenant a disc?
I
Doesn't
think
feel like it. You think so?
I feel like but I've also feel like I've seen all these names on discs. Like it's wild. I don't hate it, but I also have been duped many times before.
I mean, I haven't liked a lot of these tonight and have been wrong. I don't like it though.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I think I could see it, but my instinct is no.
All right.
It's like a group of things. It's just not like a great, I don't know.
I know the masses are terrible, but I'll yield.
We're going no.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Goliath Discs, April 25th,
God.
2022. It was renamed from the Genesis.
As I said, terrible.
All right, but 7-5. Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey. Final question, category 2, or question 5 in category 3?
2.
You want the 6?
Power move.
You want both 6s?
Power move.
This is why Corey gets picked last.
See, the thing is, he'd then know it.
Yeah,
and throw everything off.
whatever. I mean, sure.
I mean, the smart money's on on question 5 and 3, but sometimes you got to take a risk.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
because
here for
Randy
it.
was so confident he was going to get both 6s.
That's right.
You just want to
Get
deny
neither,
him
neither
of it.
6,
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah.
So where are we going with?
I guess we're going category 2.
Category 2?
Hey, I'm just one vote. Don't let me.
I know. Jaimen's been on mute this whole time.
Son of a bitch. Thank you. Yeah, my only comment was wild card. That's it.
Yeah, wild card, bitches. I cut the brake lines.
I've been dying to say it for so long.
I guess that means 2. It sounds like a 2 to me.
All right. Question 6, category 2. In the Transformers universe, what is the name of the soul or life force located within a Cybertronian's chest that contains their unique personality and consciousness? In the Transformers universe, what is the name of the soul or life force located within a Cybertronian's chest that contains their unique personality and consciousness?
Isn't that the spark? Isn't that life spark?
I am thoroughly separated from
I'm pretty positive it's spark. That's the first thing that jumped in my head when he said Transformers. I'm pretty sure they talk about their spark going out, or from what I remember.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is Energon.
What? Oh, you mean the crystals that are like that? Okay, so I'm a big Beast Wars person from when I was a kid, and that was like what was on Earth that made them transform into beasts.
Same. I was also a Beast Wars kid.
Okay.
I
That's
just thought
what
it was
I'm
all
thinking.
transferable.
Yeah, I think it is too, but I think it's what makes them transform into beasts because the environment has that in it. But I think the spark is what they consider like their heart.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys agree?
Yeah, spark.
Yeah.
Spark is a disc.
Is the spark a disc?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
I feel it. I
think it's latitude 64.
I love that.
I think you're right. I want to say it was like a Feldberg disc at one point. They also have a spike, though, which is what's got me
Yeah,
hung
that's
up,
what
but
Harry throws, right?
I don't know.
Doesn't Harry throw a spike?
I don't
I
know.
think so, but I do think a spark is a disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have you saying yes, no matter what.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Latitude 64. What year, Alex?
Oh, gosh. Before I started playing, 2014.
I would say 17.
Anybody have a differing?
Yeah,
I'll say
2009.
2020.
Oh, goodness. No, you got Latitude 64, April 29th, 2015. And I actually had a Feldberg spark, Jaimen, so we were right there. All right, 9-5. What a way to make a living. There's still enough points to tie it for question 5 for Randy, Evan, and Erich. Question 5. In the 1999 movie Dogma, the demon summoned by serendipity was composed of the excrement of those crucified on what hill, which gets its name from the Aramaic for the skull. In the 1999 movie Dogma, the demon summoned by serendipity was composed of the excrement of those crucified on what hill, which gets its name from the Aramaic for the skull.
Great movie, by the way. I just bought it because that's the only way you can watch it now. Selma Hayek's awesome as Serendipity, but I cannot remember the monster name.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like this is something I learned in religion class way back when, but that was a long time ago. I don't remember.
Just start saying demon names.
Beelzebub.
That was the first one I
So
was going to say.
Beelzebub is actually, I think that's played by Jason Lee, and I believe that's like the head demon. So you're on the right track.
That's not the...
You're dead on the right track, actually.
No, this is like a place. It's like a very famous place in the Bible, and it's not something I'm gonna call to mind. So Azeroth, I don't know.
That would be a good guess.
Nope.
That's
Don't
a good...
bring World of Warcraft into
I was
this.
going to say,
Is that what that is? That's not the Bible? I don't know.
Is that not
I don't even play World of Warcraft. I have no idea on this one.
Now, can we get the question one more time, Pat?
Certainly. In the 1999 movie Dogma, the demon summoned by serendipity was composed of the excrement of those crucified on what hill, which gets its name from the Aramaic for the skull.
Is it the Crucible? It's not the Crucible. It's not. No.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think we can do Crucible again.
Why? It wasn't right the first time.
You're right.
It's still in play.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's still out there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry,
clue.
guys.
I'm so pissed because I have this movie. But yeah, what are you guys thinking? Crucible?
Did you just crack a polar seltzer?
Yeah, how did you know?
I could tell by the crack.
Like a boss.
Does your wife know you're sucking those things down this late at night, Evan?
She will now.
Crucible Hill.
Yep. There you go.
I guess so. I
Crucible?
have no clue.
I guess I don't know.
Can I just tell you, Randy? Like, we listened to the last episode when you were like, "It's Woosta." She was dying. That was so good.
That part got me.
Okay,
as well.
Crucible.
Crucible.
You guys agree?
Again. Yes.
No, but sure.
Alex, Tim, Jaimen, and Corey. In the 1999 movie Dogma, the demon summoned by serendipity was composed of the excrement of those crucified on what hill, which gets its name from the Aramaic for the skull.
The name of the demon is the Golgotha, but I don't know anything else.
I have no idea.
Not a clue.
I know I've seen this movie, but I can't remember the hill.
Yeah, I don't remember that part, but that's the name of the demon. It's also a steal.
I could not tell you. So
I have no idea.
What did you say the demon's name was?
Golgotha.
Golgotha. That's what
Something
we're going
like
with.
that.
Let's go with Golgothra.
Sure. Why not?
I'm going to take Jaimen's because it's a little closer. The demon's name was Golgothin, so just one letter off. Golgotha was the name of the hill.
Wait, what? I was that close?
Jaimen was a lot closer, I feel.
Oh, I mean,
I like that Corey changed it and it was wrong.
What was it, Golgotha? You said, Corey?
No, I said
That's what I
Golgothra. I said Golgothra, like Golgotha from Golgothra.
Corey sounds like a Godzilla character.
Exactly. What happens when Godzilla and Mothra have sex?
Oh, shit.
Is the Golgotha a disc?
It can't be.
No way.
No.
Who wants to throw a demon disc?
Let's throw a poop demon disc.
Yeah, I was going to say it's made of fecal. Like, well, come on. Or no one's making it. Come on.
Yeah, this disc is shit. Yeah, no.
I mean, what if it's the shit, though?
Ooh, it could be the shit. You're right.
Ooh.
Yeah, they could play it. They could play it like that. It's marketing.
But yeah, let's go now.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's the hill, not the demon. The demon was named after the poop on the hill. The disc is named after the hill, True Park Disc Golf, October 6th, 2025.
Wow.
Okay.
And your final question for your victory lap. In the book and movie Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, what is the name of the peculiar boy with the ability to animate dead objects and people for short periods? In the book and movie Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, what is the name of the peculiar boy with the ability to animate dead objects and people for short periods?
Matilda.
I don't think so. That being said, I've never read those books. So.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the movie is called Matilda, not Miss Peregrine's whatever.
Also, I'm pretty sure Matilda is a girl, and the question asks for a boy.
That's true. Also true.
But imagine Matilda if she was reanimating dead objects and have like a completely different look and feel.
It would. You're right. That's
Aren't
true.
like
You are
most
true. That is
objects
true.
dead?
Yeah, but like instead of just like chalk and like chalk erasers, she's like throwing dead people around. No, okay. Yeah, I have no idea. Obviously,
I don't know.
Me neither.
Nope, I got nothing.
Tommy.
Go with Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. That fits with the trend better than Tommy.
You guys agree?
Sure.
Yeah.
Which one are you going with, Jesus?
Jesus.
Randy, Evan, and Erich. In the book and movie Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, I think they got it wrong just so I had to say peculiar again a couple times. What is the name of the peculiar boy with the ability to animate dead objects for short periods?
Did they say, hey, Zeus? Like lightning bolts?
I don't hate that.
No, that's from Die Hard. I have no idea. I'm not familiar with this.
I do know the movie, but I don't remember the character.
What about Ralix?
Yes.
Ooh, love
Lock
that
it in.
answer. Locked in.
Yep.
Going with Ralix?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for Enoch O'Connor.
Of course.
And I know that's a disc.
Avi.
The Enoch Goliath Disc, September 12th, 2022. You knew that, Erich?
Weirdly enough, yep. Always know the answers you're not supposed to know. It's really fun.
So did anybody get category 2?
That was sports teams.
It's the rest of the WNBA.
It's the rest of
I didn't
them?
get it
Okay.
till the last one. For some reason,
all the way through.
click.
I was thinking it, but I don't know those teams anyway, so it didn't help at all.
It didn't even wasn't on my radar because we already did that once. But this is like the rest of the teams, I guess.
Yep. Connecticut Sun, Dallas Wings, Phoenix Mercury, Golden State Valkyrie, New York Liberty, and Los Angeles Spark.
And then the other one just seems kind of biblical.
I've had the Golgotha question in my pocket for a while, and once I saw it, I thought Dogma. And then Terry Hudson messaged me. He's like, "Hey, had you seen these?"
Those are all yeses, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Dang.
but I don't have a ton of religious stuff. And then he found us other ones. But I also wanted the challenge of doing a religious category without one really religious question.
Out here doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dogma one, I guess, would be the closest, but I did include excrements. One thing I did want to point out, I forgot to point this out last week. The French Road Farm Brewery at the Oasis there, they started a winter punting league. Wednesday nights, $10 per week, 7 goes to the pot, 3 goes to a season pot. It's at 7 o'clock. It's a work in progress. They're figuring it out because it's a new thing. It says we'll have multiple baskets with multiple putting stations with varying degrees of difficulty scattered throughout the brewery. Everyone will play 4 18-hole rounds. One shot from 18 different stations is one round. We'll have creative holes with various baskets, elevation, and obstacles. It's a 10-week league on 10 consecutive Wednesdays ending March 25th. Feel free to come early to practice and enjoy some of our amazing menu items. Our kitchen closes at 8 on Wednesdays. Week 1, they had 23 players. Took about 2 hours to play, 4 rounds. Scott Spellman won it with a 41, Craig Cutler in second at 40. Brinster had a 39, Charlie Holmgren with a 38, and Leighton Brinster with a 36. We'll be discussing tweaks for next week, including instituting a flex start so players can start as early as 6 so we avoid bottlenecks. Has anybody been to the Fence Road Farm Brewery? You guys did, right? When you went your Warwick trip?
Yep.
Eric and them?
Yeah. Yep.
So, Jaimen, you've been... Anybody not been yet?
I have not.
I've never been anywhere near that area.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any birthdays coming up?
On Sunday, Kevin Newen and Andrew Chamberlain.
Kevin, we have the disc you lost. You can get it in 2 weeks.
That sounded kind of hostage-y, but
No funny stuff.
There's no putting league next week. I'm just bringing it up again.
Yeah, that's all I got.
The only thing I got between now and then, Andrew Chamberlain, February 1st.
I'll say it again, Andrew Chamberlain. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was well, thank you, Alex, Evan, Corey, Eric, Tim, Jaimen, Justin, and Randy, and Sweeto.
thanks,
Thanks, Thanks, everybody. Before we get going, how much snow did everybody get? Alex, how much you get?
It's in the 18-inch range. It was pretty dang heavy.
Any crazy stories about it? Or just,
Nothing too insane. I shoveled my way out and went to work to an email that said everybody work from home today, so that's always good. But yeah, nothing too crazy on our end.
Did you find it very light and floofy?
Yeah, it was pretty fluffy snow, like it took up a lot of volume, but not so much weight.
Yeah, which is going to make it like drifty for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Evan, what you get?
Seemed to be about a foot. We actually went to Utica over the weekend for my daughter's gymnastics meet. Stayed over Saturday night and then left Sunday around 9. So like the last half hour coming in, driving home, it was getting a little sketchy out there. But they had told us Friday that we would work from home today. So once I got done, I went out and kind of finished up shoveling. My wife did a bunch of it earlier today, so she's a rock star.
Heck yeah. How much you get, Corey?
Yeah, somewhere between 12 and 14. I kind of scrambled to go out and buy a new-to-me snowblower. I think they were initially saying somewhere between 8 and 12, and then they bumped us up to like 18 to 24 or something like that. And I'm like, that might be a little too much snow to just keep driving my truck through it. And especially when it's not going to warm up. So, yeah, I finally got my snowmobile that's been parked for almost 10 years going, too.
I was going to ask, didn't you just like right before this storm, did you get to use it?
I've done a couple laps around the yard. Yeah, I don't have a good idea like where the local trails are around here, except for like what goes through J Park and stuff. So I'm kind of waiting to see the locals go out there and blaze trail, so I have an easier time. But yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. It's been sitting for 10 years and it runs like I just parked it yesterday. So
nice. Eric, how much snow did you get?
I was similar to Alex, actually. We were probably 18 inches at least, I would say, in West Sand Lake. And I think I shoveled like 3 or 4 times. I try to keep up kind of with the snow as it's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy. Today was literally just a shoveling day and resting day, so it wasn't that bad.
All right. Tim, what'd you get?
I think I got like 14 to 16.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot. My kids loved it.
They go out sledding?
No, we didn't go sledding, but them and my dog went out in the back and just tore up everything, so they had a blast out there.
Nice. How much you get, Jaimen?
Just about a foot and a half, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Did you go shovel the T-pads?
I have not shoveled anything. Well, that's not true. I shoveled my driveway, but I haven't even left the house today.
All right. And Randy, what you get?
I got like 18 inches here. I feel like I shoveled before the Pats game, and that was like 4 or 5 inches. And then just during the Pats game, another 4 or 5 inches came down because I went out like right after and did another set of shoveling. I'm so tired of shoveling.
Because your wife was not going to not watch the Patriots game?
I mean, we all watched it. It was great. And then more shoveling, you know.
How about you guys down there, Pat?
More than a foot, maybe 13 to 16, somewhere in there. Like I said, it's kind of
drifty.
loose. Yeah, drifty. Kind of weird. Like it's probably the most I've seen in a good long time. And you're not going to make any snowmen, you know? And if in a parking lot, if you're shoveling yourself out, you're shoveling somebody else in.
And we all choose to live here still. It's wonderful. And nobody will pat you on the back for shoveling. It's awesome. Like everybody has to do it. So like you don't get, there's no like reward. It just kind of, you have to do it to continue moving.
Exactly. It's weird though. The roads were like fine, other than the occasional spot. Now, I didn't go too far this afternoon. I went and got a coffee, but the only bad spots were where idiots were shoveling their driveway into the road, you know. Otherwise, the roads were actually kind of dry.
It would be so easy if we could all just shovel our driveways into the road. Oh my God.
That would be clutch.
If you know the town and you know the guy's coming, maybe, but not.
No, you should not. You know. Everyone, don't do that.
Randy does that.
Yeah, oh no, 100%. No fancy snow stories? Anybody? Nothing? All right. Jaimen, I have a question for you. You weren't here last week.
Okay.
I think that's when Tomlin quit, stepped down, whatever you want to call it. I saw a meme the other day, and I just wanted your reaction. They said Tomlin stepping down and McCarthy being hired is like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. What are your thoughts?
I saw that. I don't think that's a fair comparison. I don't know. I'm trying to draw something to that comparison, but I got nothing. The biggest thing with it is Mike McCarthy, the last time he was the head coach, was for the Cowboys. Yeah. You know, nobody gets out of the Cowboys without looking like a jackass. You know, like everybody who goes there comes out looking very dysfunctional. And everybody who goes to the Steelers, when they leave the Steelers, leaves poised. You know, whether that's Antonio Brown or Mike Tomlin, you know, who the hell knows what goes on in that organization. But at the end of the day, everybody comes out of it looking like they know what's going on. You know, in Antonio Brown's case, he went on to really prove that by then just like going completely insane, or, you know, potentially having been completely insane the entire time.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's early to tell, you know, obviously, but we'll see what happens. I think that he's going to have the support he needs. And my biggest hope is that the Steelers learn how to do things in a timely manner rather than giving him too much time like you see so often in the NFL.
Yeah, the one thing I saw was Ben Roethlisberger made the point, and of course it worked with him, so of course he's going to say it, but he basically said that don't run out and get a quarterback. Build a team and then put the quarterback in that position. Because what happens is if you go out and draft a quarterback high, like say they trade up or something, and he just gets beat up for 3 or 4 years while you're trying to build a team around you, by the time he's ready, it's a lot more difficult, is basically his point.
By the time he's ready, he's going to be the quarterback of the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right?
I resent that statement. What the hell?
Even if he's good and they extend him, that's when they're going to start spending money. So you spent all this time building a team around him, and now you're not going to be able to afford those players because now you got to pay your quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you do that reverse, you've got a guy like Ben Roethlisberger for 3 or 4 years where he's affordable and you can afford to spend money in other spots. I see his point is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think that's one of those chicken or the egg things. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think that Ben Roethlisberger was drafted to the Steelers, right?
No, he was, I want to say he was the number one pick, or at least definitely their number one pick. And they had a team that was ready to win. I watch Dan Patrick, listen to Dan Patrick a lot. He always has Jerome Bettis on. And Jerome Bettis said, he's like, Ben Roethlisberger in that Super Bowl looked like a deer in the headlights. But all he had to do was hand it off to Jerome Bettis or pass it to, was it Santonio Holmes at the time? So he didn't have to do much, is I guess my point. He could just manage the team, kind of like Joe Flacco the year the Ravens won.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot to that. I'm excited to see what happens. I feel like I'm going to give them 3 years and then look back. You know, I don't think anything that happens in the next 3 years is going to be particularly great.
Well, Rooney will give him 15, so don't worry.
Well, it'd be one thing to criticize the hire if they fired Mike Tomlin to hire this guy, but that's just not the case. So if it's a parallel move, which I think the meme seems to suggest, is it's like you're basically replacing him with a very similar guy, like same amount of years coaching, same amount of Super Bowls. You know, hey, At least they didn't go down.
Yeah. Anything happens with the Steelers, I always feel I feel like this with the Yankees too, where it's I feel like they just stay in the ring for too long. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You watch all the free agents leave, you watch all the coaches get hired, and then they get their guy. And so I'm glad that they had some expediency with this process.
Yeah, you're right. That was pretty quick. All right. Well, that is your Jaimen Steelers night.